A Trump supporting green card holder is feeling a bit differently about his support for the mass deportation president after the leopards came for his face. That's right, New Hampshire resident and father Chris Landry, who is a lawful permanent resident, has a green card, and had lived in the United States since 1981 when he was just 3 years old. So recently he went on vacation in Canada with his family, and upon trying to return, Landry was detained at the border in Houlton, Maine, and denied re-entry into the country. He was traveling with 3 of his kids, who are all U.S. citizens. The kids will return to the U.S. in a few days, but not with Landry. Oh, no. He said from New Brunswick, quote, "They pulled me aside and started questioning me about my past convictions in New Hampshire. They denied me re-entry and said, don't come back or we will detain you." And there it is. So wait, what for? I mean, if he's a lawful green card holder, why would they deny him entry into the country? Well, it turns out that the 46-year-old had been charged with possession of marijuana in 2006 and with driving on a suspended license in 2007. So these are, look, the drug offense, I don't give a damn about. Okay. The suspended license, that's a misdemeanor. What? That's it? That's it. He was fined and given a suspended sentence. Since then, he has faced no charges and has no criminal record. Again, with possession, I don't even understand why that's illegal. I mean, I know why it's illegal. Racism. I mean, that goes all the way back to Richard Nixon, his war against the hippies and the, Mexican immigrants, whatever. That's, by the way, that's why they call it marijuana. Okay. That's why it's always called, marijuana. People in this country have had a long history of using cannabis. And so, for various different things. And really, it's that whole Nixon war on drugs thing really made it so that cannabis, marijuana, is on the Schedule 1. Schedule 1! No, these are all ridiculous misdemeanor crimes. Okay? And so, just ridiculous. Okay? Now, of course, Landry, he was shocked that the guy who said he was going to come after the worst of the worst instead came for him. Yeah, the leopards came for his face. Okay? Quote, "I never thought that would threaten my status as a resident of the United States," he told WMUR. "I never expected that I wouldn't be able to go back home. It was scary. I felt like I was being treated like a criminal." Well, again, to this administration, you are a criminal. Even though you don't have a record, they went back and they found, oh my gosh, you possessed a little bit of pot. Oh, driving on a suspended. That's it. You are barred from this country. Get out. Wow. Now, maybe he feels like, or he understands how other immigrants feel that have been unjustly detained and deported by ICE. Just saying. Look, I think in this situation with his thoughts, there was a bit of an element of white privilege, right? That was going on here. Why he didn't think that that they would come after him. Well, I'm a white guy. I'm a Canadian, but I'm American. And then they're not going to come after me. I mean, yes, sure, I supported the guy who called Mexicans rapists and murderers and said the immigrants were poisoning the blood of the country, but I didn't think that he meant me. He was going to go after the worst of the worst. Me, not me. FAFO, that's what that is. Landry stated that he had been a fan of President Trump despite being unable to vote in the 2024 election. I wonder, again, what drew him to Trump in the first place. The same. Quote, "I was definitely all for Make America Great Again and having a strong, unified country and a bright future for my 5 American children. But now I feel differently. This is a classic story of I was all for what was going on until it affected me. Reminds me of the quote, first they came for the communists. I did not speak out because I was not a communist. Then they came for the socialists and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. And then there was no one left to speak out for me. And look, at this point, there's no one that will come out and speak for you. Okay, because there is really not a lot of sympathy for Trump supporters who have been hurt by this regime. And a lot of it is because we warned you that this would happen. And now, of course, our sympathy is going to the other victims here. People who did not vote for this or who could not vote for this, who are being affected by this every single day. You know, the people who, like Mahmoud Khalil, okay, who spoke out against the genocide and was personally targeted by the Trump regime. Those are the people that we're reserving sympathy for, not for you. Not for somebody who was all for this until it affected him, okay? And yes, it's a good thing that you're feeling differently now. Okay, good, but the sucky thing is that it took you being personally affected by it for your mind to change. And that is the problem. Most right-wingers do not care about something until it personally affects them. Instead of seeing other people as human beings and not wanting them to go through stuff like this, you cheered it on. You were totally fine with it. That's why I have very little sympathy. That's not to say that the man couldn't be redeemed one day. Sure, but that would require a lot of work and some restorative justice on his part to try to help undo the damage that his support has done. And I don't know what that would look like or what he could even do living in Canada. But I suppose at least some effort, some real effort and work on his part to try to undo the damage would be appreciated, would go a long way. But I somehow, for some reason, I really don't expect that to happen. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.